Yeah, I know, I'm a day late, but the Kenpachi battle continues in Bleach 525 Edges. So Zaraki realizes he keeps passing out only to come back still swinging for no reason, and it reminds him of their last battle, long ago. Flashback. Unohana and what I'm assuming is her lieutenant are looking for a worthy opponent for her to fight. There's this huge pile of corpses behind them, and the lieutenant says that they're just going to take it back as a sign of their strength. But the only problem is that Unohana didn't create that pile.
Mother of God.
And out steps a mini Zaraki, which was awesome. And so begins an Unohana monologue with flashes of their fight, talking about how she couldn't believe she gained such euphoria and enjoyment from a battle with a mere child. And we get the revelation that since that fight, Zaraki has been suppressing his power in all of his battles, including against Noitora and Ichigo. Through this, we find out that Unohana was actually weaker than Zaraki during their first fight, but he was under the impression they were on equal terms, thus he weakened himself in fear of losing that equal. This was Unohana's sin. She says that she'll continue to kill him and heal him back to life until he returns to that former state of power he once had. This explains last week's confusion when he was stabbed in the throat but was magically fine a minute later with sword in hand. And finally, Zaraki manages to deal a huge blow to Unohana in the final panel. Very interesting chapter. I thought the flashback was done perfectly. We didn't spend the whole time in the past seeing how the fight went down beat for beat. The reveal of Kid Zaraki was excellent, and those little glimpses of the fight pretty much got the point across. We didn't need to see the whole thing. I feel kind of stupid for not guessing what Unohana's sin was, because after it was revealed, I was like, well yeah, that makes total sense. I don't know how I couldn't think of that in last week's review. Wasn't something stupid like she was Zaraki's mom or she killed his family. She simply blames herself for Zaraki feeling the need to dumb himself down to the point where he's only a shadow of his original self. And I knew there was more to the whole being stabbed in the neck, but then being fine a minute later. People were saying that it was similar to when Ichigo was stabbed in the chest, but really wasn't in his fight against Zaraki. But there was too much evidence that pointed in another direction, between the blood on Unohana's face and his sword being across the room but then back in his hand. I was not surprised that it turned out that Unohana has been healing him after she's been killing him. Makes a lot more sense. And once again, for those that think Unohana is finished after that last panel, bitch please. She'll be fine next week. She still needs to show off her Shikai and Bankai. She ain't dying anytime soon. And I still stand by my word that neither are going to die in their fight. You think I'm wrong?
Whatever, you!
Until one of them is in their cold, dead grave, I'm under the impression they'll both play key roles in the next fight with the Quincy. Anyways, overall, this was an interesting chapter with a great flashback, cool reveals about both Kenpachis, and the bloodshed continues to be amazing. For my question of the week, do you think Unohana or Zaraki are going to die by the end of their fight? Really want to know if there's others who agree with me on the situation. That's it for this week. Remember to leave your thoughts on the chapter and your answers to my question in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more weekly Bleach chapter reviews, and you can still check me out over at DeviantArt or follow me on Twitter. Links to those down below. Alright, I shall return next week for chapter 526. Peace.